Going down.
He could be anywhere from here to a mile down the road. So you guys drive down there, start that way, and we'll meet back around the middle. All right, it'll take half the time.
Let's talk about one of the most underrated badass women in horror, Clear Rivers. Played by Ali Larter, Clear is introduced in Final Destination from 2000 as kind of an outsider. She is quiet and intuitive, and already feels disconnected from the rest of the group before anything even happens. And that's what makes her so interesting. She already lives like someone who knows something is off about the world. Welcome back to Side Character Deep Dive, the series where we talk about underrated characters who are still major players in the game. Today we are talking about Clear Rivers from Final Destination 1 and 2. If you enjoy this video, please go ahead and give this a thumbs up, subscribe for more. Check out all of my links down below if you would like to see any more of me or support the channel any further. From the very beginning, Clear is different. While the others brush off Alex's premonition about the plane explosion, she listens, she trusts it, and more importantly, she acts on it. The instinct to believe is what keeps her alive longer than the most. But survival in Final Destination doesn't come without consequences. After the plane explodes and the survivors start dying one by one in more elaborate and brutal ways, Clear quickly realizes that this is not random. Death is working through a design. There is a pattern, and unlike some of the others who fall into denial or panic, Clear adapts to the situations. She becomes hyper aware and cautious, a little paranoid. Okay, very paranoid, but all for good reason. Her motivation shifts from just staying alive to understanding the rules. She wants control in a situation where control ultimately does not exist at all. And then we get to the end of the first film, where it looks like she and Alex might have just beaten death. But of course, we know better. Jumping into Final Destination 2, this is where Clear's character takes a really dark turn. When we see her again, she is voluntarily committed to a psychiatric hospital, and at first glance, it might seem like she's lost it, she's batshit crazy, but this is one of the most rational decisions anyone has made in the entire franchise, possibly until Bloodlines. Clear isolates herself because she understands something no one else does. Death does not stop for anyone. She is so traumatized. She has watched everyone die. She has lived with the constant fear that she is next. And instead of trying to outrun it, like before, she does the opposite. She removes herself from the world entirely. No sharp objects, no unpredictability, no chance for death to set up one of its chain reaction Rube Goldberg kills. It's not insanity at all. It's actually strategy. But at the same time, it's also grief. Clear carries survivor's guilt in such a huge way. She lost Alex, she lost everyone, and there's this underlying feeling that maybe she wasn't supposed to survive at all. So the asylum becomes both a safe space and kind of a self-imposed prison. She's protecting herself, but she's also punishing herself. When Kimberly does track her down in Final Destination 2, Clear initially refuses to get involved, and that hesitation is so important because it shows growth. She doesn't want to be involved. It also shows exhaustion. She's tired of running. She's tired of hiding. She knows how the story goes, and she knows what it costs. But eventually she does step back in, and why? Because at her core, Clear is actually a protector. After everything, after the trauma, the isolation, the fear, she still chooses to help. She shares what she knows. She tries to guide Kimberly through death's design. It's almost like she's trying to give meaning to everything she went through. Like if she can just help someone else survive, maybe it wasn't all for nothing. And then we get to her death. Clear dies in a hospital explosion while trying to save another survivor. It's such a defining moment for her character because it totally completes her arc. She doesn't die hiding, she doesn't die fighting. She starts as someone who feels disconnected from the world and ends as someone who chooses to engage with it, even knowing it could kill her. Going from passive observer to active participant, from survivor to a savior. And that's what makes her one of the most compelling characters in the entire Final Destination series. She's not trying to just escape death. She's trying to understand it. And in the end, she chooses humanity over fear, which in a franchise built on inevitability and fear, this might be the most rebellious thing of all. Clear Rivers was punk as fuck. And that is all for today's episode. If you enjoyed, please go ahead and check out my last video, not the podcast episode, my last actual video, which was a full ranking of every Final Destination film. Allegedly, we are going to be getting another one somewhere down the line, so it's not over yet. Death will always find a way. So I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I love you. Sayonara, Spooky fam.
Bye.